so no front. Kandi and Garrett, yeah, we say what you want. Real life, real stories, yeah, we keep it real. If you're looking for the truth, this is how it feel. Conversations that matter, yeah, we bringing it out. From the highs to the lows, yeah, we talking it out. No fluff.
Hey guys, make sure if you like watching Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett that you hit that button right below to subscribe. If you're on Spotify or another platform, follow, like. It's super important to do that. We love that you watch, but for the algorithm, it's really important that you also subscribe. All it's going to do is tell you when we have a new episode available, but it's going to create it out there to where other people start seeing it on their platform so they can tune into Real Talk with Garrett and Kandi too. So like, follow, subscribe. Welcome back to Real Talk with Kandi Thompson.
And Garrett Gray.
So welcome back. You had
Welcome
a
back.
vacation.
I did. No, it was a traveling. It wasn't vacation. It was traveling 24/7 with a 4 to 5 hour rest at one location.
Okay.
That location just happened to be Vegas. So we said, and I'm pretty good with geography and map knowledge, as you guys can tell from our previous seasons, that, you know, if I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to get something and order it, and I have to, because of stupid California, I got to order it somewhere else. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to order it to Phoenix. My buddy's in Phoenix. But on the 24-hour drive, we'll say 8. It's 8. I'm over-exaggerating. It's an 8-hour drive to Vegas. It's a 13-hour drive to Phoenix. But in that drive, down and back, which would be 26 hours of driving, I listed off a ton of names I could have sent to in Nevada, Reno. and I'm like, and we know Reno from us is only 3 hours. I'm like, no, let's go to Phoenix, Arizona at the highest time of weather. It was weather record-breaking heat down there. 122. We went over Caples, Red Lakes, right there. The highest point, almost coming down to Kirkwood, 34 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Got to Vegas at just 4 o'clock, 121 checking in.
No.
Because 4 o'clock's the highest, the heat. 121.
Crap.
They're like, what's your guys' highest out here? Like, 122. I'm like, oh, so this is just nothing, right? Like, no, it's hot.
That's so crazy.
And then we drove to Arizona the next day, and we were in the middle of a dust storm where we weren't supposed to be outside. Everybody got the red alert on their phone. Stay indoors. Don't go outside. Air pollute. Plus having it 122 degrees.
No way.
So we were
Although you do have to say their air conditioners freaking rock.
Oh my gosh, I walked
in. They do. You walk in and it's over.
They work. Yeah, I don't know how we have maybe 100 and 109 day and air conditioning start just taking poops.
I know. You know, it's so crazy because I have always said I would rather be hot than cold. I can't get warm when I'm cold. But like you just experienced it. When you're hot, you walk into that air conditioning and it's over.
Well, yeah, but what if you're stuck outside? In the winter, you can find a way to get warm than it is for you outside. You can't find a way to get cold. Like you can't just find it unless you find like a river that's already warm.
Yeah.
But you can supposedly make a fire with just your bare hands and sticks. Not saying I'm a professional at it, but there are people out there that can do that.
Yeah.
Right? The mountain men we talked to,
That's right. They can. Remember, they teach it. They teach it at the fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, my thought process for winter, I'm a winter person. I'm a fall, winter. Put me in a jacket. I love it. My closet's full of jackets, not full of much of anything else.
I love it.
But I can always get warm. You can never get colder. It's harder to get colder.
So I am.
You can put more layers on. You can't take more layers off. Next thing you know, you're in your birthday
suit. For some reason, like however my body chemistry is, when I get cold, and I'm like cold, I'm not a big baby in the cold. Like, I mean, I can be showing a house in Pioneer. It's freezing cold. The temperature, thermostat hasn't been on. You're sitting there with them for 45 minutes. I'm good. But because it's like chilled me to the bone, when I get home, I can't get warm. I can put socks on. I can put a whole sweatsuit on. I can be under 40 blankets. I have to take a hot shower.
Now, this is probably going to be like out of my lane here. I might be taking a U-turn. Okay. But I think there's going to be a lot of women in these comments that are going to tell you, just wait. Just wait.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know.
I'm going to have my own personal summer.
But my mom is, I'm sorry, love her. She's a great person. She has to walk around the house with fans on her neck.
Oh
She gets
my
so
gosh,
hot.
you're
And just
kidding.
like immediately, right? She'll be cooking. She'll be like, I gotta go outside. I gotta go outside. Like dead of winter. And she'll be
Okay.
just hanging out there in like shorts and a tank top.
So Garrett, I can't be more excited that you brought up menopause. I'm so excited. I never thought that I was going to be able to have this conversation with you. Garrett, I'm so excited. Ladies, we're in. Oh my gosh, Garrett, yes.
I don't know how it works. I just...
Okay, well, thank God you asked. Hey, better. This is so exciting.
Well, I don't think I asked. I just was stating something.
Right. And I have to comment on it. This is so exciting. So, okay, on the topic of menopause.
Okay.
So I just turned 50 in May.
Right.
And so my mom she had a hysterectomy when I was 13. I want to say I don't even know how old she was, but so I've never watched my mom go through menopause. And usually that's how you gauge how you're going to go, is how whatever happened with your mom, right? If she had a ton of hot flashes, if she didn't have any symptoms at all, if it lasted for 7 years, if it lasted for a year, like you kind of
between persons.
100%. Everybody's different.
Gotcha.
And so you kind of gauge it on what your mom did. Well, we didn't get to watch my mom do it. And I didn't have grandparents when I was born. So we've never watched anyone. So my sister Kim is 11 months older than me. And I've been watching her like a hawk. I have. I'm like, hey, Kim, try this. Hey, Kim, why don't you try this? So there are a couple times where she has been like, there have been a couple things where she's had like, a hot flash where she'll do this in the office. She'll say, "Oh, it is so hot in here." She's the only one hot in the whole room.
Yeah.
But not many. And she hasn't had she's not moody at all. So it's not affecting her. I mean, I have like best friends who they literally had to go to the doctor and the doctor said, "I think you're in a depression." And next time the husband had to come in and say, "She's not in a depression." Like diagnose her correctly, and they had to put her on I want to say it's hormone therapy. It's HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Now here's the craziest thing, and then we'll stop the menopause talk. Every woman on the planet goes through this, and insurance does not cover it. Does not cover the hormone replacement therapy. And it's so friggin' expensive. Like they've got lotions that you're supposed to put on your legs in a vigorous way. And you're like all of these things that you're supposed to do. Now I have to be honest, I use doTERRA. You guys know this. And doTERRA has a product that's called phytoestrogen. And it's designed for people who are going through the change or who have been through it. It's supposed to help keep your body in a good balance, right? So I noticed that there were a lot of things that were happening. Like I was having trouble. I've never had trouble sleeping, but in the middle of the night I was waking up, and because you'll get the text messages, emails from me at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not going to lay here. I'll get up and work. Well, I thought, and then like brain fog, and then even like this sciatic thing and all these little things. I'm in my life group on Wednesday nights with our Bible study. These women are older than me. So when we talk about stuff, they're like, "Oh, that's menopause. That's menopause." Well, one of the ladies, all she did was do natural remedies for all of hers. And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, well, maybe I'll start taking phytoestrogen," because she said the sleep thing's part of menopause. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." And so I think I'm premenopausal, but I started taking phytoestrogen. My head's clear. I sleep through the night again. I'm getting like 93 scores on my sleep watch, right? And I don't, so all of the symptoms I had before have gone away with phytoestrogen. Awesome. So yeah,
where can somebody pick that up at?
So actually just go to doTERRA. I mean, if you want to go to mydoterra.com/Kandi Thompson, you can buy it there. I don't need to make money off of you, but you have to buy it from a rep. doTERRA is one of those things that you have to buy it from someone that you know. So we'll put a link in the bottom for you guys if anybody wants that. But
try it out, right? Yeah, especially with it apparently being so expensive. If you're
it's not covered.
It's called supermenopausal. I don't.
What after?
Well, no, if girls have it and they're kind of at the extreme, right? Like
it ends
really
marriages.
Plan for it, right?
Like it literally ends marriages because women do not address that they're going through it. Is that why there's a lot of
older men that are divorced with 24-year-old wives?
No, that's called midlife crisis.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm mixing the two up.
Yeah,
no,
I'm like,
hey,
I
love my
if
wife.
you notice that Adam has a girlfriend, let me know. I'm just kidding. We're both 50.
No, that's only Dream Adam.
Yeah, that's Dream Adam. That's right. That's right. Oh, Dream Adam.
God, how dare you?
I know. So anyway, thank you for talking about, that's literally, I actually want to do an entire episode, and I won't have you be present, but fine. I'll bring someone else in.
Girls in.
And I thought that would be good to talk about.
And be like, transfer the torch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just think that it would be good to talk about like different people in different stages who had different experiences.
Right.
One of my friends, hers is already over. The other one went through them. Like we all have different experiences, and if they'd be willing to come and share and kind of what worked for them,
oh, for sure,
it's a very real thing that all women are going to go through.
Yeah.
We just don't
so
really know how.
So if you want to come and be an advocate for your menopausal group, please come on, comment in the bottom. Let's link up and try to get you guys on the podcast.
Or say what worked for you in the comments.
There's that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I have to tell you guys. So now that we got the women on the line, we got the women listening.
Hooked.
So I had the funnest thing. So there's a thing right now. I don't know if you know, but renting clothes is a very common thing. Are you aware of this?
I have heard of it, and it was a big thing. I think it started with like 3 years ago, maybe.
Maybe.
Big.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking into some stuff for like me, like what is it, Thread Beast, or
is it good?
Stitch Fix.
Yeah.
Or some of those kind of items.
Yeah, Nuuly's one.
Never heard of Nuuly.
So
I haven't tried it for myself. But.
No, and I've not either. I have a niece who lives in Oregon, and she's a school counselor, and it's all she does. So every month she gets an order and wears those for 30 days, returns them, and gets another order.
Wow.
So fun. And so like if you do want to buy them, you can. If you like love something so much, you can. Usually pretty pricey to buy it, but you can rent them. And she is like the stinking cutest outfits you've ever seen your whole life. So
well, it's supposed to be what their ad is it's tailored to you in your style.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so I did, when last year I did my whole photo shoot. We did like this rebranding of Kandi Thompson, right? And so I thought, I have nothing in my closet that I can wear. We all think this, but it's very true. I have nothing in my closet that I can wear. So I thought I'm going to need to rent some clothes. So I went on and tried to find it, and it was just like, it wasn't working for me. I never ended up getting anything. So I did end up going through my clothes. So all that you see me in are actually mine. But my girls did it. So Emily did it when she went to Spain in January because she was there traveling abroad. She doesn't need to buy clothes for Spain. She's only going to be there for 2 weeks, right? So she rented clothes, and that was super awesome. And then when Erin just got back. She was in Austria and Europe for the last 30 days, the whole month of July. She was there. And she rented clothes that lasted the whole month. And so fun. Like then they come back and return them. Anyway, I tell you this because I saw something on Facebook and it asked me to like kind of tell it my style. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to rent clothes. I've never seen anything that like really tries to pinpoint it to my style. And I don't really like, my style is as bland as it gets, right? It's like, I don't wear anything outlandish. I stick pretty close to the same stuff. And so I wouldn't want to be, I'm not looking to go flamboyant all of a sudden, right? So it's going to be a waste if they try to send stuff like that to me. So I picked out all these things and it was like this or this, this or that. Like it went through all of these questions. Then it got to this point where it like had a picture of this outfit. Do you heart it or X it, right? And so, I mean, mine, I'm like X, 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 X heart, X, 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 X heart. But I went through so many of those. So I think I paid $40. I'm like, they're going to send me clothes to try. This is so fun. I'm going to rent clothes, and I've never done this before.
And you get to try it in your own home. Sounds super fun.
Get to try it in your own home.
Yeah.
So, and I don't shop for myself. So like the one time a year that I do go shop for myself, if there's not something there, I don't find it. Like people I think that like have super great style, they shop all the time. Our Mr. James Marzano is like the fashionista, right? Like he shops all the time for his clothes, and as a result, he has 7 closets. So,
but I feel like it's the same brand on all of his clothes.
No, but it is. He has a certain style. Yeah. It's not all. He has like different styles, but it is like. But he's always looking, and so you kind of have to find the good stuff. You got to always be looking. I don't always look. I wait till my clothes are falling apart, and then I go. And if there isn't something good on that day, then I'm kind of screwed, So I feel like this was kind of a good option. So I get home last week, and there's a box. So it's called Daily Look. Daily Look.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to look.
I thought she was gonna say something different. Daily Look.
I think I'm gonna look it up. Well, we're talking. No, I'll put it in. I'll put a link in the description because we're on my phone. But I think it's called Daily Look, and it is. So it's a box, and it's 7 items, and it's so cute, and it's like all in a little bow, and they're also. And I was like, okay, here goes nothing, right? Erin was home with me, so I start pulling this stuff out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is something I would buy for myself. then the next thing, I put on the jeans. I'm like, these are like the cutest jeans I've ever worn in my whole life. Like all this stuff was
great.
so cute, but it wasn't renting. I was getting them and they were going to give me 5 days to try them, to buy them, or I had to send them all back.
And then whatever you kept, you bought.
Yes, whatever you kept, you bought. That's what a lot
of I think the subscriptions that I know are doing.
But in hindsight, I'm so excited about it. Like there's 7 items. If you kept 3, you got 50% off of one of those.
Okay.
If you kept 5, you got 50% off of 2 items.
Now, after the $40, I guess, entrance fee of your guys' tailoring,
that's just
how much would you say on average was the clothes if you were to take the max?
So considering you don't go shopping and you have somebody who personally tailored them for you, right? It's going to be more than if you go to TJ Maxx, right? Yeah. So, but with all of my discounts, I bought 5 items, and so pair of jeans, super like a really high end sweatshirt that's almost like it's not like sweatshirt material. It's like fuzzy and soft. I can't think of the material, but like all of this stuff was like really nice. And so I spent $335 on 5 items. So you figure probably, what's that, about 88 times 5 is 40. So it's about $70 an item.
I guess that's not too far
I normally
off, right?
spend $115 on a pair of jeans.
Yeah, but that's at like TJ Maxx, Target. Right?
$115 for a pair of jeans is not. No. You're going to get jeans there a lot cheaper.
Like the 5 pairs of jeans were $115.
Oh, no. Like one pair of jeans I normally buy are like $115. Yeah. So, I mean, but listen,
I don't even shop for myself. My wife brings clothes home to me, and she goes, either. Hey, can you try these on? I bought you 5 new pairs of clothes. Here you go. Da, 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 da.
I love that.
So I don't know what the price is of clothes anymore.
No. And I mean, honestly, it's expensive. Just like everything has gone up, it's expensive. I mean, you can find deals. You can, if you shop, you can find good sales. You can find good.
I'm sure.
You find a thing here and a thing there.
Right?
Yeah, you can't go on one day and be like, oh, I hope they have everything I need.
Well, because then you don't know the original price from what it was, and then now they do that whole, well, I'm going to mark it up to then decrease it in the percentage, but really it's the same.
It was so fun. I got a little letter from the lady who was the
tailor.
Yeah, well, I wonder what she was like, the one who picked out all my clothes, and it was so fun. And so what's funny though is that when you say yes to something, you have to go through the gamut and say why you liked it, because they're still tailoring it for you. So I will be getting another box in October with 7 more items. I don't have to buy any of them.
Do you pay for that box to get shipped to you?
$40.
$40 just to get the box.
Yeah. Oh, actually, for some reason this time it was $30. I don't read very much about what these things are. I just do them.
So we'll say 30 to 40. You get a box.
Yeah.
And then if you don't like any of that box, you're just
send
out
it
$40.
Back. 100%. And you send it back. But if you take the time to actually go through, I mean, it's so smart. So Emily, my daughter Emily, is getting ready to start a new job at a big accounting firm in San Francisco. She needs business clothes. I'm like, 100%. Pay the $40. Let someone pick it all out for you.
If you go for business clothes in like anywhere else, it's expensive.
And it was so fun. I mean, there's I'm excited to see kind of what comes. They did have a really cute jean jacket, and I love jean jackets. And it fit perfect, and I loved it so much. But my family did say that I have 6 jean jackets. So I wasn't actually allowed to get it, but I still really did want to get it. So I would have liked to purchase 6 items, but I only purchased 5.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So no, super fun though. So this is one of my new shirts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is. And so I know that it's wrinkled, but I didn't have time. I didn't have to.
That linen washed kind of look.
I normally steam them, but I didn't have time to do that this morning. So I do. Do you steam your clothes?
I know right now I iron my clothes, but I think I want to get a steamer only because it's easier to put into a house if your house isn't that big or doesn't have like a lot of room for ironing. I mean, we have a laundry room, and I guess I could put like an ironing board up. But I've had this one iron for years, and it's got a little steamer on it. So I'll steam and then I'll iron, and I'll steam and I'll iron, but I don't have like a dedicated ironing board. But I have this perfect spot where a good little steamer could go right inside the wall, and you open up the door and then you pull it all out. There's this new one I saw that you put your clothes over this like dummy, and then you push this steam air through this dummy holes, and it blows it all up, and it's quick and easy, so you don't have to do anything.
Shut up. You know, actually washers and dryers have it now. Our washer, if you lift it up, you can put an item down, put it down and hit steam, and it'll steam it. We don't use that. We actually, but we love our steamer. We actually have So I mean, I have a couple of clothes that like it just they just are the wrinkly material. No matter what. Yeah. You can try to care for it the best you can, but and it's so bad like you can't actually go out with it like that. I mean, I probably shouldn't come out like this
My
with
favorite like little nice short sleeve like dress button up shirts are like the No Bounds, and I think that's like Target brand or something like that. But they're super comfy. But if you don't put them in a nice area to hang them and keep them separated, you know, and then you take it out, it's just and then it's hard.
Well, and linen, like linen
too.
clothes,
I mean, you can even tell these ones, it's like
I have
iron these
linen,
or anything like that, but
I mean, so we did, and then like even, I mean, we steam everything, like it's jackets, everything, and it is so fast. It literally takes you a couple minutes. You just hang it up and steam it. It is so fast. So I'm a big fan of a steamer.
I'd be a steamer fan too. Are you guys steamers or are you guys ironers?
Steamer or iron? I ironed for many, many years, but the steamer is phenomenal. And I mean, like my girls, we were just in Pismo Beach because they were in a wedding.
Right.
So they both have these beautiful long blue kind of silky gowns. And so of course they're very wrinkled, right? Because you know what, it doesn't matter how you put that in a suitcase, it's going to come out wrinkled. And so
garment bag.
Dad is the steamer in our family. Dad is the everything. Like, hey dad, can you do, hey dad, and he's the best. He's always done it. So like, I mean, he steamed their graduation gowns every single time they graduate. He does, you know,
it's a lot of graduations.
We do have very educated children. Very educated children. And we have another one coming up. So Air's entering her second year of law school. So that'll be an exciting gown time.
Good one.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, steamer, I am a big fan of it. I used to iron. I was actually so good at ironing, but it's a thing. And if you get one wrong, you're screwed on that. Ironing is a thing.
You don't have it like certain temperature on a certain pair of clothes and you burn it, right? I learned a lot about ironing in the military because ironing all those uniforms without having to take them into the dry cleaners. But when I got to a certain point, dry cleaner all day long, just bam, bam, bam. But in the military, it's like even like the uniforms, if you don't have it at a certain temperature, you'll glaze all of your uniforms and then there'll just be all these shiny things in these in the parts because like you have to have the specific, you know, crease in it. And you got to put fishing line and do this whole thing. And then if you have a different temperature, you'll see all this like just shiny material. And then if you have people that starch their stuff is too, and they go too hot, they starch too much. It's a process.
Well, I like the steamer feature on the iron. I love that. That and then and then it does it really good. I love that. I was a waitress right around the time I was 21 after I finished my business internship that I talked about last week with Hannah. And that was, where we worked was at a country club and we had to wear tuxedo shirts. And so, man, we always had to iron those. They had to be pristine.
Is it a tuxedo shirt or is it a shirt with the tuxedo on it?
No. It was actually a tuxedo shirt that buttoned all the way up. Yeah, it was a super high-end country club. So you had to wear tuxedo shirts and a bow tie and everything. I tried to protest it, but it didn't happen. Anyway, I did. So, I mean, I had to iron every single day. Like that doesn't even come out of the dryer as crisp as it needs to, you know? So I did get really good at ironing and my jeans. It's funny though, because I think it actually becomes a kind of an addiction when your clothes are so crisp. James Marzano, I think that it does become it does kind of become an addiction. Like everything
you gotta be
has
clean,
to be well, and you're used to it, like not having any wrinkles or any, you know, so yeah, steaming does do the same thing though. I really like it a lot. And so, okay, last thing I wanted to tell you was okay, so this was so funny. And I don't know if you do this, but it didn't dawn on me like how many people may actually keep track of so in our family, we all have Apple Watches, right? So, and even Aaron's boyfriend flew out for the wedding. So we were all at my sister's house in Pismo Beach. And you know, when you're away, you don't sleep as good, right? So you're gauging like how you slept based off of your watch because there's a sleep app in there. We have a sleep app, but then Apple actually has like a sleep score for you.
Right.
So when you wake up, it'll tell you how you slept.
But you have to sleep with the watch.
Always. Yeah. So we always
do that.
I mean, I really like doing it. I really like my mom to do it. It has an AFib detector on it. It keeps track of your heart rate. It'll tell you if your oxygen's low. The health benefits of an Apple Watch. If you have elderly family members, get them an Apple Watch. If they fall, it'll call 911 and it'll put pinpoint exactly where their GPS coordinates are.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is awesome.
Right.
But it is it's also kind of fun for us. So like we would wake up and be like, normally, so previous to phytoestrogen, my sleep score was probably like high 70s, low 80s. It wasn't good. And it will actually compare it also to like other people your age and how you should be sleeping, compare like where you are in the percentage, right? So I always knew that it wasn't good. It used to be phenomenal. Right now, it's the change. So I'm changing. So then when I started taking phytoestrogen, I'm getting into the 90s. So like low 90s. I mean, I think this morning it was like 93, and so that's really great. So it was so funny because when we woke up the first day at my sister's house, everyone was like, I didn't even realize it was a thing, but like, what's your sleep score? Like everybody was talking about their sleep score. Okay. It was so funny. And my sister was like, what are you guys talking about? And I thought, do you guys do that? Like, do people, is it just our family or is it anybody? You guys don't wear Apple Watches though, because you always have a fancy watch.
I did have an Apple Watch, so then I got a new phone and then it didn't connect because I don't know, there's something I got to do with it. So I went back to my fancy watches and but I also don't sleep with my watches either.
Yeah.
And my wife doesn't wear watches. So she's just not a fan. We bought her an Apple Watch a long time ago and then she wore it for a little bit and then she just doesn't wear watches, which is fine because she has a phone. But I don't like sleeping with them because, or anything on my wrist or anything because just I move and this and that and it just gets all hung up and and then also there's this thing with like the electrons and all that stuff and it's just always pulsing through your body and is it really good for your body to have that? So try to mitigate all the loose ends to where you can have actually somewhat good sleep. So.
No, it's true. And I never slept with a watch. I never slept with anything like that until I realized that it could start detecting your sleep score. Right. And because I was struggling sleeping, I wondered like what could it be? Like cuz it'll tell you like there's a certain, it's called the sleep the sleep watch app or something like that. Anyway, it'll tell you like whether your CO2 levels are low. It'll tell you about your oxygen. I mean, it literally tells you lots of different things. And so it was kind of interesting tracking like where I was in proximity to where somebody else my age at that same time was. And like, so it makes you realize like, oh, I probably need to exercise more or I need to start, like it kind of helps you. And if you're not paying attention to that sort of stuff, you should be. I mean,
I know a lot of people like them and I know a lot of people use them and there's a lot of different apps and smart watches now other than the Apple Watch that can help in a ton of health benefits of knowing what's going on in your body during that time. So it's not like, oh, surprise, hey, I have a high blood pressure because this, that, and the other. And it could have caught it sooner if I had a certain material that was going to be tracking me all the time.
Right. Well, like AFib, even knowing if your heart rate is off or even knowing if your blood pressure is high, like knowing if your watch will say, hey, your heart is beating too fast.
Oh, my watch would always tell me, okay, time to take a breath.
Yeah.
Like, Stop telling me to breathe. I'm breathing just fine.
That so
actually,
funny? You're like, and now I'm not again. Now I'm short of breath.
Now it's up again. Yeah.
So no, with my mom, she doesn't have. I mean, she came down with AFib a couple of years ago, and we have our theories on that. But she, if ever, she's kind of having an episode, and it's happened like 3 times in like 3 years, and so she, we can track it. So every single time she runs the little thing that'll tell her whether she's in her sinus rhythm or not, we actually can send that to the doctor. And so the doctor can see exactly what she's doing, or you can like print it out and bring it to the doctor and it'll keep track of all of them. Wow. So it is a really great tool. I mean, even just how you sleep, your blood pressure, all of that, you can have reports for that you can give to the doctor or just for yourself.
And here's the thing too, I want to just add for even our viewers is it doesn't have to be an Apple Watch either. There's a ton of other, the Whoosh or the Loop or there's a ton of other health benefit bracelets that you can wear that can monitor you that aren't just an Apple Watch that you can get into. Some have subscriptions to pay for their service and some don't. But just so they know, it's not always just an Apple Watch. It's just the smart features that are coming out that help with health benefits and this whole health kick that's happening also in the world that I think is a little bit higher than it normally has been.
Well, and I'm sure Androids have watch that goes with their phones. I mean, I like that it connects with my phone because I can like look up the results.
We're Apple people. We use Apple things, and Apple loves to pigeonhole you into only using Apple products.
Well, and I don't, and I'm good with it. Go Apple. I'm a big, every single thing I have communicates. It can't get any easier. So anyway, there's your menopause.
Very
daily look, daily look, and your sleep watch. This has been a health. So this is your one to grow on today. One to grow on today. Yeah. So you guys, thank you for tuning in, and let us know your thoughts on all of our topics in the comments. Like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you next week. The views and opinions expressed on Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Divine Properties, their affiliates, sponsors, advertisers, or any organizations discussed on this program. This podcast is provided for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial, tax, real estate, medical, or professional advice. While we strive to provide accurate information, we make no representations or warranties regarding its completeness or reliability. By listening to this podcast, you acknowledge that Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett, Kandi Thompson, Garrett Gray, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Divine Properties, their affiliates, guests, sponsors, advertisers, and all associated parties shall not be held liable for any actions, decisions, losses, damages, claims, or consequences arising from the use of or reliance upon any content presented in this podcast.